What's cracklin', everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list, so you know how good it is. I'm your host, Tucker. In this episode, we're doing Grape-Nuts Flakes. Last episode, I did Grape Nuts, and at first, I did not really think it was a cereal, and then after having it, I'm still not truly convinced it was a cereal, but still put it on the board nonetheless. It ended up getting an E because I thought it was just incredibly meh. It's kind of boring. Just had to chew it a lot, and still just kind of weird that it was cereal. Wasn't quite an F because, again, F's just really, really bad. And despite me not fully classifying it as cereal, it wasn't truly bad. This now, Grape-Nut Flakes, at least looks like a cereal. Like I see this and I think, yes, this is cereal. So we're off to a slightly better start than Grape Nuts was, but I don't expect the taste to really change much here. So I guess we'll just see how good of a flake this is, if it can compete with other sort of basic flakes like corn flakes, or if it'll just kind of be Grape Nuts, but hopefully with less chewing. But let's just open it up. Didn't really give that a good... There we go. Did not open this one well. Yeah, I mean, again, just smells like wheat. I see this, and there's no question in my mind. This is cereal. Not something you throw on yogurt. Well, I guess if you want to. Yeah, we got sort of smaller flakes, not like something like a corn flake, which is usually fairly large. So yeah, just a lot of small, kind of dark wheat flakes. See how much it absorbs the milk this time too. Okay. All right. I think this is definitely an improvement over normal grape nuts. Grape nuts. I think the taste here actually is a little bit better. Just works for me a bit more. I still have just sort of the feeling of grape nuts, I think, still a little bit going on in my mouth right now. But taste is better. Obviously, far less chewing happening, so that's kind of nice. You're not going to get tired at the end of this one. And pretty decent flakes here. Not too crunchy, not too soft yet, so off to a decent start. This looks to be interacting with the milk similar to how Grape Nuts did, where it almost seems to be two separate things in the bowl, but at the same time I'm pretty sure it's still absorbing a lot of the milk. So that's kind of interesting that has been consistent with both of these. I don't know why that aspect is really taking hold, but still enjoying the flake enough right now, so hasn't been an issue. Once again, Grape Nuts has left us with pretty minimal milk right now, but let's see if we can get a taste on it. Yeah, I think you can definitely tell that this has more sugar than Grape Nuts. So it tastes a bit more like a sugary milk than a truly wheat milk. Yeah, just kind of your average cereal milk. Nothing too crazy there, but again, it's still a little preferable to normal Grape Nuts. I didn't expect it to actually happen, but Grape-Nut Flakes is an improvement over Grape Nuts in pretty much every way. So, as you can tell, I think Grape-Nuts Flakes is easily better than Grape Nuts is. And I think the flavor here works better, which might be just because there's some sugar in there, but I think just the combination of the taste with the texture is far more cereal and something I enjoy here than in Grape Nuts. Because again, Grape Nuts, sort of that yogurt parfait topping, like kind of hard crunch, and this just tiny flakes, which is, you know, a fairly normal sort of cereal consistency and texture to have. So that worked out okay. And the flakes did absorb some of the milk like normal Grape Nuts did, but because they sort of like separate at the same time from the milk, even though you're getting some fairly soggified pieces, there's still sort of dry, crunchy ones that are getting together, so you're not fully losing the crunch at the end. So I appreciated that. And yeah, I think just as flakes, Grape Nuts is much more of a cereal. So what I'm going to do is give Grape Nuts Flakes a D. I think it's a real solid D. I think looking at sort of other kind of just grain flavored stuff, it holds its own fairly well. I think it's not as memorable as like a Cheerio or a cornflake, just because that's such a staple. But I think it works just as well, if not a little bit better, as those. So gets that D. Definitely better than Grape Nuts, but not so much better that it's gonna end up as a C. Like I still think it's just closer to fine than truly good, but I do very much appreciate having this after having a bowl of Grape Nuts. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. In the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've had Grape Nuts Flakes and what you thought about them. If you also have had Grape Nuts Flakes and Grape Nuts sort of back to back with each other in either order, and you have a very clear favorite, you can let me know about that, like I have done here. Or if you've only had Grape Nuts Flakes and you think this is a good cereal, why is the comparison to Grape Nuts like so odd for me? You can let me know about that. Or if you're really just a fan of Grape Nuts and you think Grape Nuts Flakes is wrong and just ruins Grape Nuts, you can let me know about that too. Or if you know where Grape Nuts, the name, comes from, you can share that too. But until next time, stay delicious.